How you guys doing today, ladies and gentlemen? Micro Scale Garage, and did you notice we got an extra Jelande 2 back there? Wouldn't pick myself up one. Me and Xavier can do a crawl together with the supposed 18 scale. His motor blew the other day, so I ended up pulling his motor out. So I just swapped transmissions out because we got the dual motor setup coming for that one. But I ended up pulling the motor out, and there was like no grease in the transmission, and pulled the metal spur gear that was on here off because I don't know when I order another stock motor if it's going to come with the spur gear or not. Went and picked him up some RC 4-wheel drive. They're like these advanced X3 compound, officially licensed by Interco. And I believe these are the Swamper tires that I got them. Yeah, Interco Super Swampers. Come with little stickers and everything. And putting these on last night on the front, it was pretty interesting putting it on. It was just like kind of like putting on a real tire on a real car. You got to take, you take the main lug off your axle, and then you pull the tire off, tire and rim off, and you unloosen all of these bolts, kind of like a Tim scale. And it's a real bead lock rim. So I might buy some of these rims for the Proline ambushes, and we're gonna check and see how these tires run. I will say that the motor, when we put the new motor and transmission in, I didn't check it to see if it was greased or not, but it acts, you're able to go a little bit slower and crawl with it versus the motor that was in this truck before when we unboxed it. It was like you just had to full throttle it all the way. There was no low end torque. This motor has a little bit of low end torque, so he's happy with it. We also did the suspension mods, where I noticed that the links, they weren't, they were like this one. The links were kind of built like the ECX, where they put them on the outside. Oh, look at that, we got two trucks that we can combine. So they come stock like this. And what I did was I took the brace here on the axle off. Just these two braces here. That way you don't have to move anything else. You can unbolt the top bolt on the shock, just kind of like swing those out the way. Move the tires off if you want to. And then that'll give you a chance to take the links here and bolt it from the outside to the inside, because right now you're not able to unbolt it. I mean, unless you got like some type of universal screwdriver where you can get in there, but the bell housing here on the axle here is in the way of that. So if you just drop that little brace down off the axle, I don't know what that's called, tree brace, some type of brace for the axle. Everybody can comment in the comments. But you just take that off, and then you can move the links to the inside, just like how I did here. And that'll free up the suspension from it binding so much, give you a little bit more articulation. And also, I opened up the shocks on the inside. There was no oil on the inside. I just used some of my Orlando Hunter grease with a Q-tip, and I just put as much grease as I wanted through all four shocks, tested them, put them on the truck, seen if they were a little too squishy, took some grease out. I started in with a bunch of grease, and then I took grease out. So next what we're going to be doing is putting on the rear tires for him so that way he can crawl today. And this Jelande, what I'm going to do is when we do the dual motor setup, mainly I'm going to be worried about the body. I want to strip the body down. I want to do RC 4-wheel drive has parts for the Jelande now where they have steel mesh that goes here. They have like these fender flares to make this wider, make the rear wider. They have a steel rack that goes around the window. They have two different types of roof racks, one with lights, one without. I might get Xavier the one with lights, because I do want to run lights in both of these trucks. They have a red ladder, a black ladder. They have a spare tire mount, but I think I'm just going to buy an extra rim and an extra set of tires, and then actually physically mount a tire on the rear. So that way it would be more scale than that plastic tire mount. And I still haven't figured out what these bits and pieces are. I've been trying to look online what they go to. I see they have a license plate holder. That one came with the same thing. I don't know where the bumper went. Bumper somewhere. But that's on that and on these two trucks. So let's go ahead and get this out of the way real quick. Let's set you back over there. All right. Now let's talk about the Orlando Semi. I got some packages in, just like I got the swing shafts for the Orlando Hunter. Got a package in from Banggood. Let's go ahead and I don't have no scissors, do I? Somewhere around here in my mess of tools and getting ready to put a winch. I bought these winches from the dollar store. They're just little, I keep calling them winches because that's what I use them for, but retractable card holders, keychain holders. All right, now let me try and cut this package. I'm gonna set you guys right there while I cut this package. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to put his winch on. I'm thinking right up underneath the hood on those Jalandes, those little retractable keychain holders would be epic. Sweet. It's my front axles. All right. So thank you, Banggood. Actually, and the reason why somebody asked, this just came in my head, but somebody asked, where's Miss Dotson's video at on the micro rigs? And the reason why is you can see the truck's leaning right now. These shocks, I need harder shocks. So what I did was I went on rcmart.com and I ordered, those will be in, 7 to 30 days, but the shocks are too small. That's the reason why I haven't did a video yet. It bugs me, with the 200 RPM motor or any RPM motor for that matter, you hit it and it does the leaning motion, or it leans over. I accomplished that by stopping that with the F-150 Orlando Hunter by using the Extra Speed 2.5 shocks all the way around. I'm going to use a combination of 2.5 shocks in the rear and the Extra Speed 1.5 shocks in the front. And I'm going to see how that works. Because right now it has 1.5 shocks all the way around. So I'm just going to be changing out the rears and make a video for that. And I also bought her some of the piggyback Orlando Hunter shocks. So then we should be ready to make a video. Because I don't like the, how it just slopes over and stuff. That bugs me a little. But back on to the unboxing. The Orlando Hunter. These are the front axles. So now all I got to do now is just get bearings, which I got some of those in my cart from RC Mart. And TA0004. And I believe the bearings that you want to use for the Orlando Hunter OH35 P01 axles, you'd want to use the 2 to 3 to 2.5 bearings. Yeah, I think they're 2.5 ones. So this and this part set, and when we get the bearings, is going to go towards the Orlando Hunter semi truck. We're getting closer. We're getting closer to doing a build on that. So this has just been my video, me yapping along. I gotta get ready to take my wife to work in the morning. I will say I'm gonna try and get my GoPro charged once I get his tires swapped out on his little truck here. Yeah, I gotta break those lugs. But I like how real these tires are. I mean, they did a good job. I might get him some for his Pro line. And like I said, I'm going to be putting this retractable keychain holder, the winch, and I'm actually going to use that metal piece right there. I'm going to bend that up into a hook. And I'm thinking about right here in the front, and there's like 2 little vents in the body. Thinking about taking the Dremel and cutting those out right there and right there, and running the winch right out of there and just having it hang by the bumper. So that's been my video, you guys. Like, share, subscribe. God bless. Peace and love. And I'll see you guys in the next video.